Yep, I'm okay. Hey everybody, so welcome back to North Fork. I'm Derek, I'm glad you're joining us today. So today's a spring day, we got some wind, so we're gonna try to do this without getting too much wind noise. But if there is some wind noise, I apologize for that. But today we're gonna build a wood shed. It's gonna be just a simple wood shed, 4 posts, it's in roof. I'm not sure we'll get it all done today, but we'll work on it. I got a nice long weekend to work on it here, so see if we can get this wrapped up here this weekend and get this built. So I started this a little bit last night. I started digging and trying to level out the pads where the 4 posts are gonna be. I'm not putting them down in the ground. If I need to move this, I wanna be able to get under it with a set of forks and pick this up and move it. So I want it to be semi-mobile if we need to ever in the future. So the design of it is gonna be 9 foot by 9 foot square. Might seem a little odd, but for taxes here in this county, anything under 90 square feet outbuilding is not taxed. So if I can make it 9 by 9, that makes it 81 square feet, and it's not taxed. I don't have to worry about that. Out here where we are, a lot of people say they don't worry about it, but I just like to try to err on the side of caution. That way, there's no questions asked down the road, down the line, anything like that. It's well within regulations. So at 9 foot by 9 foot, I can fit 2 4x4 pallets side by side and 2 front to back. Make that 4 cord. I can stack it 8 foot high, and I can fit a 4 cord in that one wood shed. So eventually down the road, my plan is to build 2 more of these. So I'd be able to put 12 cord in there and then stack some in between. That'd give us about 2 years of wood supply in there. So that's kind of my plan down the road, is to have 3 of these, space them about 4 feet apart, be able to stack 16 cord in there, all under one roof. So, and then they'd be 3 separate sheds. Even though I'm stacking in between them, still have 3 separate sheds, still fall underneath those regulations and not be taxed. So I don't know if that's right or wrong, or that's just kind of my thought mentality of it. But the back posts that we're gonna put in, they're gonna be 8 foot high. The front ones are gonna be 10 foot. It's gonna have a sloped roof on it. Ends up being about a 2.5 to 12 pitch. Again, it's just a wood shed. Should be fine snow load wise, 4x4 posts. So anyway, let's just get started. Enough of me rambling. Alright, so I notched what's going to be the top of these 4x4 posts. This is going to be the front one, but I notched it out so the 2x8 can sit down inside of here, and then we can screw through it and make it nice solid for the post to sit on. So let's go ahead and get that cut. Alright, so we got the post notched at the top for where the header's going to sit. The 2x8s are going to sit on top of the posts. We're going to build the walls on the ground. We're going to build this one first. I'll flop it out of the way. Build the second one, and then we'll stand both of them up and set the headers on. So hopefully that makes sense, but watch it being done. So I'm just going to put one screw in the bottom of both of these. That way everything can twist and move and I can square it up later once I stand the walls up. So whether that's right or wrong, I'm not sure. I'm not a carpenter, but this just makes sense to me, the easiest for me to do. Somebody else might find it easier to do something different, and they're welcome to do that. Again, this is just what I'm doing. What's easiest for me. Alright, so there's the walls built, two side walls. This one here will flip up towards the camera. The other one will do the same, and they'll both stand up. We'll set the headers on the front, header on the back, and tie everything together. Make sure it's square before I start putting the rafters on. So it's going along pretty good. Alright, so I got a little bit of help down here. We're going to stand these walls up and put the headers up there and hopefully tie everything together. Shouldn't take too long here, so I don't tie up too much of their time. No, you're each going to have a pole.
Addie, come on that side.
Addie, come over here. Okay, good.
We should have tiles. You know, make it rolls. There was a roll of tiles.
Okay.
So far, just don't move fast.
Okay.
Keep holding it.
Just hold it, guys. You're doing a good job.
I'm just here for sound effects. That's cool. But it's still cold out, you know? He did exactly that. No, he meant keep holding where you are. We don't want to move around a lot yet. Spray paint by yours. The lid from the screwdriver.
No.
Glove check, girl.
All right.
Think we can let go.
I think you guys are done.
Mommy?
Thank you, guys.
We're done!
I'll handle it from here.
And as we walk away,
Yeah, the whole thing will fall down. So it was good to have help putting that frame up, just to hold everything while I made sure everything was square, or as square as I could get it. It's a wood shed, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but it's good to have them here to hold everything up. The lumber for the posts and for the cross pieces on the bottom is pressure treated. The rest of the lumber that I'm using is all rough cut hemlock. We had hemlock trees come down here a couple years ago, had them sawed up. So that's what the rough cut wood is that I'm using for everything that's not going to get wet. So for the joist I'm using 2x4s, again the rough cut, but they should work just fine. Putting them 3 foot on center. The purlings are 1x4s. They might even be white pine. So let's go ahead and get these up here and get them screwed in.
Finished my ice pop. Oh, okay. Oh, the first one though. What he knew is when I got cold, I'm just gonna get in the truck and do a little. I mean, how easy is it to work with? How easy is it?
Alright, so we're attaching these purlings. We go across here to screw the sheet steel into. Some of these joists are a little bit longer, so I'm going to take and cut them off. And then I'll have to put a little extension piece over there to put the two together. So the first purling I went all the way out here to the end. Steel's going to stick past just a couple inches, just to cover up this and keep it dry. But the other ones, it doesn't matter what the spacing is, just so it supports the steel going down through there. But this first one's I went all the way out to the end. So I wanted to get that first purling up there. Now I can put the rest of them up, get the rest of the purlings up, and then we'll be ready for 10. So let me do that. All right, so we got the purlings all on there. The purlings weren't as wide as the shed is. They were only 10, 11 feet wide, long. So they didn't spin all the way across, so I had to double them up in a couple spots to make sure I had enough coverage for the purlings. But we should be good to go with there. The sheet metal that I'm using is used. So again, it's just what we had. The neighbor had it, so I got it from him. I only need 4 sheets across there. It's a little over 12 feet long, but it'll be perfect for what we're doing here. So there's already some holes in it, but for a wood shed, it doesn't really matter to me. So see if we can get them up there by myself and start screwing them down. I knocked the camera over. All right, so I think we got that on there well enough that I can go up and get something to eat for supper, and then we'll come back down and finish this up. Hopefully I can get it sheeted tonight. So we're going to add some cross braces up here to make it a little more stable. Just 45-degree angle cross braces, add a little stability to it. We're going to add some 1-bys along the outside to keep the firewood from falling out when you stack it in the inside. and then we're pretty much done. So it should finish up pretty quickly here. So I need you to climb up that other side of the ladder.
Oh, you like to nail and screw?
On this, yes. Typically I just nail everything. So Adam just asked me, so I thought I'd explain to you why I'm both screwing it and nailing it. And screws work really well holding two things together, but they're not good at shearing or a twisting. They don't hold it in that sort of twisting motion. So nailing it will make it a lot more stronger. Screws hold everything together. So typically I would nail everything. Typically just use an air nailer, framing nailer, galvanized nails, nail everything together. But I didn't have that this weekend. I had lent it out and didn't get it back yet. So I screw everything together just to get it together and then nail it afterwards to strengthen everything up. I did go back through a lot of the connections yesterday and put some nails in there, some galvanized nails, so make everything a little bit stronger. Let's do the other side. Alright, so now we got everything stabilized, get it nailed together, make it a little stronger, and got those cross braces on. Should be strong enough that I feel comfortable going up on the roof and finish screwing the sheeting in. So up here I'm putting screws, they're about 1.5 inch screws down through the middle of this. It's not typically how you do standing seam roofing. Typically you put all your screws down through this, but I want to make it as strong as possible up here. So I'm using these 2-inch screws right down through, or 1.5 inch screws, right down through the center. They are a roofing screw with a rubber washer on the outside, and then a 3-inch screw down through the seam. Again, just to make it as strong as possible. Alright, so we're all done screwing the roof in. There's still some holes in here. Again, it was used roofing, so I'll go back through later with some silicone and just fill the holes in a little bit. Either from the bottom or the top, it doesn't matter. But again, I put extra screws in here, what you normally would on a metal roof like this, but I just want to make sure it wasn't going to blow off, make sure it was going to be as strong as possible. So you can also see down here at the bottom edge, I just let these panels hang out over the edge. Again, for a wood shed, it doesn't really matter. If you were doing this as an actual nice shed roof that you really care what it looked like, you get all the same length panels or cut them off, but this is just what I had. The neighbor had it. They were exactly the length I needed, so I just used them as they were, and I'm gonna leave them exactly like that. So it'll be perfect for what I need to keep the wood dry. So that's all that matters. So let's put a couple of little sides on here and we'll wrap this up. It's good. And Asher, he's got his hammer. Are you helping, Asher? Asher, look at me. Over here. There you are. Are you pounding? Good job. Alright, so that's basically it. We're going to finish nailing some of these boards in here. But you can see we got these side boards up. So there'll be 4 stacks of wood in here, each where one of these boards is. And instead of stacking it between trees like we have here, we'll just stack it between these boards. You can stack it 6 to 8 feet high. That's why I made it so high. I can reach it and get it down, but not sure if Mama can or not, but we'll figure that out. But I'm going to put some skids down here in the bottom, and that way it can keep the wood up off the ground. So that's basically it. So I'll just finish up a couple nails here and call this project done. Alright, so all total that took about a day. I didn't start till right around lunchtime yesterday, and did some things with the family on and off, and again today I didn't start till late, and it's right around lunchtime now. So all total took about a day. So the cost of this, it's 9x9, it's about 8 foot high in the back, 10 foot in the front, metal roof. The cost, for me, it was about $80. That's for the pressure treated lumber. For somebody else to do it, it'd probably be a couple $100 if you had to buy all the lumber. But we had the rough cut around here, the hardware, the screws and nails and stuff we had. Neighbor had the tin I got from him. You know, we trade back and forth with stuff. So all total, it only cost me about 80 bucks, you know. So, you know, but overall for a one-day build and for pretty cheap, it'll work perfect for us. Again, the plan is to put 2 more of these in and be able to space them about 4 feet apart so I can stack in between them. All total, I want to have 16 cord and wood sheds. So that way I'm not stacking in between trees, I'm not tarping it. I just have permanent structures there that'll work for me and keep everything dry. So that's it. We're going to finish up nailing this and grab some lunch, and appreciate you watching. Stick around till the end. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. All right, say bye, guys.
Bye.
Say bye, Asher.
Bye. I'm holding on my baby boy. I'm holding on my baby boy. Baby boy. Daddy, it's your turn to play the game. Don't listen to the bad chicken.
Ah. Can you pick it up, please?
Yeah.
Oh, the battery came out and everything. UPS, buddy. Can you move that camera? Pick it up, buddy.
What?